Oh, holy moly macaroni. It's Thursday night. It's another week here in the studio while we're drawing away, hanging out with you, our watchers, our virtual people, just drawing stuff with us while we draw stuff with you over here in these rooms. And of course, welcome back to Comics Wellspring's live drawing show, Spilled Ink, where we're spilling ink and spilling the tea every Thursday night. And of course, I'm your host, Brandon Bloxdorf. I'm tired this week. It's been a busy week, dude. We're prepping for Baltimore. I'm so unprepared for today.
He couldn't even
Not
make
gonna
it through
lie.
the intro,
I
guys.
couldn't even get through the intro, man. I'm burnt out. Like
Hi, I'm
we
Max
scrambled.
Flowers, your co-host,
Yeah.
using unusually large paper and some
Yeah.
other random descriptive words to give me time to speak.
But you're good
I'll
too,
introduce
Max.
I'll introduce myself since Brandon doesn't feel like doing it, and I'll do it in his style too. My name is I'm from and I'm an illustrator. No, I'm Doug Knight. I'm Cross-Eye Comics, but I'm not the star here. It's the star is Jay, who's got the final couple hours left on his Kickstarter.
You're the star everywhere you are, and that rhymes.
This show already, man. This week.
This is going through the roof.
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. It's been a week, man. It's been every Thursday kind of hits us. And Thursdays when you're prepping for stuff, we have a lot of announcements coming and prepping for like New York Comic Con and Baltimore. And look at I didn't even know what I was gonna do tonight. And then I was like, I could do this Baltimore cover that we're all kind of working on. So I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm
Nice.
very unprepared this week. It's because I kind of
Means you're
finished
getting really
the thing.
good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, check this out. I finished this. I drew this like mini comic.
Full disclosure, I gotta zoom in on everything. I should mention
I
that.
bet. Oh, Aaron Lee made it to another Thursday. What up, Aaron?
Hey, Aaron.
I wonder if I could do. Ooh, see, I could.
Oh yeah, there you go.
access it a
Gotcha.
little bit. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I made a little mini comic. So
Sweet.
Well,
Is that off of the
awesome.
Max Flowers template?
actually, we beefed up the Max Flowers template. Jade Louder made this template, and then I kind of just followed through with it. I'm going to use this for a little workshop that I'm doing at my local library this coming Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. So I did a little thing. It was like, so I'm doing it in a interesting way, and I'm actually going to show you because I even have instructions for it. So this is like the comic, right? And then you could do a poster on the back of it. But since I'm doing a workshop, I'm gonna put this it's like instructions. It tells you what you need for a mini comic. So I put supplies and then optional stuff. I drew little stuff real fast. Tells you how to fold it, the story structure and how I laid it out, how to like fold it and like cut it. And then I give them a prompt. So think of a memory and explore 5 senses.
Yeah.
And then you assign every panel a sense, and you get one extra one, I think, too. So, and then
Brilliant.
you scan, print, fold, yeah. And then I just drew my little library. I traced that for the record. I'm not even gonna lie. I like fucking. I'm not gonna take any credit for anything cool, but
The
I
next top
definitely.
manga.
Yeah, exactly. Do I see how they do it so fast now?
Well,
Yeah,
I think
look,
they
look at
just.
the back of it.
That's wicked.
That's cool,
Like,
man.
I even had like a blue line little template. I actually hand drew this and I scanned it, but I wasn't going to be home, so I just did it on my iPad real fast. And I got
Win
some
for the iPad.
Went to the airport. I thought I started drawing this already, but I don't think I did.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Taking myself out. Oh, we have some people in the chat. We have Saboteur saying ahoy. Hey, Saboteur. Oh, we got
Hey,
each other's
Saboteur.
photos, dude.
Sabs
Comic Unknown.
Toots.
Hey, I can't wait. I think you just sent me some books. So I can't wait. Victor Medea. Hey, hello, my dude.
Hey,
Have you
Vic.
guys checked out Vic's work? Dude, it is stunning. It is. He did the
Yeah,
coolest
Vic.
swamp thing.
Yeah, man. I've been tracking that dude for a couple of years now, and like his not just like his art growth, but like he did a lot of work on his body and stuff too. Vic he's inspirational.
That's dope. Our dude, Retro Roman Doomsday Simulation channel. I don't even have to read it now. Hi again, everyone. How you doing, my dude? I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, we have some fun times going. Jay, your Kickstarter is wrapping up for
Yeah, I
Incision
got a few
3.
hours left. Yeah, ends
Ooh.
tonight.
Ooh, ooh,
The
ooh.
end is nigh. You know what? It's also close with my coffee.
I actually am
How
drinking my
did you?
coffee.
How do you feel about the performance of your Kickstarter, dude?
I feel great. It did way better than I thought it would. It's like 400% funded. So
Dang.
Oh
feeling pretty
wow,
happy.
man.
That's
So okay, all
well,
right.
yeah.
Oh, go on. No, go on. Go on.
I,
Let's praise
I was
Jay.
just gonna say, that I've noticed a big jump in your social media numbers lately, Jay. Like, do you think that's contributed to it? Like, have you been
What do you mean?
shopping around at other sources and stuff?
Like platforms? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I'm on like Blue Sky and Threads a little more now. So maybe.
Yeah, I can't get on
Cool.
threads. I just fight people. I hope nobody looks at my threads and takes me seriously because I just
Man,
really just talk
I
to
just
people.
cross post.
I can't.
Yeah,
I just
I mostly
yeah.
cross post. I
Me
like to
too.
read threads.
Readings for sailors.
So okay, I have a question. So, all right, you're prepping for a Kickstarter, right? Say you're gonna do a short Kickstarter. All right. Say it was like two weeks or so. You know, something short, something small, like a $300 goal, right? And you're prepping for it, and then you accidentally launch it early. Would you take it? And it's kind of ready. It's still missing some details, like some art and shit. It's not perfect. Would you just leave it up and just ride the wave because you have a longer timeline, or would you take it down and then try to relaunch it to get your pre-launch followers to consider
I feel
it?
like you'd get punished if you took it down early somehow, like universally. They'd just be like, "Oh, he's just not ready for this game," and then they'd make you suffer. So I'd leave it up. I'd let it ride.
Mm,
I think
But
it depends on how many pre-launchers you have when it accidentally launches. You
no,
mean
yeah, that's
none,
true.
like none?
I
none.
think
Like while you're setting it up and then you accidentally
Yeah,
launch it?
first time, like, dude. Yeah, yeah.
Just roll with it. See how good you
yeah.
can do.
Here's the thing is I think 90% of probably higher than that, but 90% of people wouldn't even know
No.
or notice. You know,
Right?
like
Okay. That's
like
the direction I'm
you
leaning.
don't
So,
you don't show weakness. You don't do
Yeah,
any of that
it's
shit,
indie.
or you take the opposite approach and you're vulnerable. You know, I think both of them don't matter. I don't
I
think
kind of did
anybody
that.
cares. You know, you can either accidentally do it and be like, "Hey, I accidentally just launched my Kickstarter," and you might get a good response for it
Yeah.
because it's kind of funny and relatable and vulnerable. Or you can be like, "Hey, my Kickstarter's live," and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh shit, cool,"
and
and
then
grab
seeing
stuff.
it get beefed up over the weeks would kind of be cool. Like, as even as a backer, that's like updates, you know? Like, look at, we added an image, you know what I mean? So, we accidentally launched a Kickstarter today. Um, we don't even have like social media posts or anything, but if you guys search for Dead in the Water on Kickstarter, there is a Kickstarter that's live that
That's awesome.
we and that's the thing. I was like, there's some pros and cons to it, you know what I mean? But as I was writing it out, I was like, the cons aren't really as bad as like the pros, and just now we have 36 days on this Kickstarter, and like we're still gonna have to do the work, like, but now we could kind of breathe. It's a $300 Kickstarter. It's for an ash can to start up issue 1 and get like interest and hype for it. So this is
Sweet.
like, it's an interesting plan. So we're doing a Kickstarter for an ash can to hype up the series, right? And this ash can's gonna, the Kickstarter will pay
Uh-huh.
for printing. It'll build a small base. It's a small Kickstarter, low risk, $300. Like, I could get $300 off of like you guys, basically. You know what I mean? I could.
You think so, huh?
Like, I think so.
I'm talking about bugs.
But like, it's one of those things. I'm like, now we have a longer time, and we'll just be doing updates. And granted, it's like, this creator, the writer's first Kickstarter, it's their first profile. But I'm like, it's kind of a pro. Like, it's a crash course in kickstarting. You got to fumble a little bit.
My first Kickstarter was kind of like that just because we didn't know anybody. This is like 2021. and so we just launched it, and then just had to like
Jeez.
slam every day of the campaign to try and make $500.
Oh man, yeah.
It's doable.
Well, I know the next one I'm gonna shoot for is like gonna be that like whoa number. So I'm interested to see how I get there. But yeah, it's all the learning process, and if you don't push it each time, you're not learning from it. And this kind of ambush short run could be a viable model for even monthly funding, right? Like,
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I think it's a test to see, like, for one, uh, I mean, how do we see how this helps the marketing plan overall? Just by fumbling in general, but also like taking the Ash Cannon approach before jumping into issue one. I think that might be a good approach too, because then you're like, now you have people anticipating. You're not just launching something out of nowhere with a pre-launch. Like
mhm.
you put out a book and it gets word out there. And I think actually I could have done that better with like Teenage Babylon in a sense. Like I think I've always had this idea, but like this project made it click in my head in a sense. But that's how I think I
Leave that
should
open.
do projects.
It's a good idea.
I'm gonna test
have
it.
to-
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. It's a good idea. Like, let's find out.
I have.
'Cause that's
So
more
I've
work
got.
too.
You've got cats. I've got Arani. He's yeah. You'll see all the footage of him messing with my paints here.
Well, so you accidentally launch a Kickstarter, right? And you're essentially trying to um, let people know that it's up, and
Which you just did.
and get people to buy into it, right?
Yeah.
But and I've been hooting and hollering on this train for a long time. Why not do a pre-sale and do the same thing? And I know you have. I know you have. And I would, from my point of view, the numbers are not the same. Why do you think that is?
I think because it's crazy because we've done books that are just pre-sale, and we get or just listed up as live or something and available. And even if we push them just as hard, like dramatically lower, like incomparable, like Soul Catchers. I think through the website, which is you go through digital sales. That's the comparison: digital sales versus Kickstarter sales, right? Soul Catchers, I think, has sold maybe like 5 copies, digital and physical, since we launched it August 1st. And so when you think of that in a Kickstarter format, it's you're creating kind of FOMO almost with Kickstarter in a way. And
Time
you're
incentive.
the time incentive really is what gets people.
They also
Which is why
Kickstarter is showing it to people outside of your network, and that makes a difference.
Yeah, if they favor your style, they'll for sure help.
Plus you're asking people for help for success. Like people are like, oh, I need to pledge so this happens for them, versus like, oh, it's a pre-sale, I'll pick it up at some point.
Yeah.
Real fast, let me move on to the chat real fast. Hey Carl, what up, my dude? I got your stuff in. I can't wait to look at it. You ruled, dude. Thank you so much. It's so sick. And that pencil sketch, like me and my girlfriend were just tripping out on it for like 20 minutes. Like it's beautiful. He also said launching my first Kickstarter soon. Happy you guys are talking about this. Yeah, no, for sure. And then William Ibanez, evening everyone. My boy William.
Yeah, because it's interesting to me. Sorry, you it's interesting to me because I would rather directly back some sort of pre-sale for something that I want than go through a Kickstarter.
Well, it's also fan base reach.
And it's pretty. I don't know. It's strange.
It's a weird mental thing you have to cross with your audience.
Yeah.
And it's also in terms of the creators pushing it too. Like, running a publishing, it's hard for me to say. So running a publishing imprint, it depends a lot on the creator's work that they put into it themselves as well. We can only do so much because we're putting out so much and there's just a volume and, you only make so many posts a day before you're just like muted, So that has a big question on it too. Like, are they putting anticipation out? Could we be plan? I'm sure Apollo in itself could be planning pre-launches and releases a bit better and smarter, but I think there's also just like a rush of, oh, it's ready, let's just get it out there.
Right. I do think that with a pre-sale, on our side, I think it could work totally fine, but I think that on our side we fall into the pitfall of, oh, it's a pre-sale, it's like through us, like you put less pressure on it versus a Kickstarter, and so the work that you put into a Kickstarter is just going to be greater than if you do a pre-sale.
Yeah.
But I bet if you put that equal amount of energy into a pre-sale and hyping it up and letting people know when it's going to drop and having an email sign up list or whatever, that a pre-sale would do just as fine, as long as you're hyping it up to the same extent.
I think you have to put like a lot of exclusives, and that's what we've always wanted to do, was do like, I've always wanted to have us do like album bundles, the t-shirt and the book and the poster and the book, kind of like you do tiers, but you just market it as an exclusive for the pre-sale, and put a timer on it, I guess.
People like a good timer.
Yeah, like a 2-week window, like maybe 1 week even, and then it won't be available for another like 6 months retcons.
Or a limited quantity.
Yeah.
Because that does that same thing. I look at a lot of like fashion small businesses or like little independent bands and stuff like that, and they'll do like drops and hype up the drops and put countdown timers on everything, right? And people know when to expect the drops. It's like monthly or whatever, and they sell out all the time. And most of the time it's because it's like one of one things, they'll drop 12 items and they're one of ones.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just a super small pressing. It's like, they printed 50 cassettes and that's it. And they get nabbed right up.
I think the only reason why the majority of us don't do that is just bandwidth and not having the like paid team, or just like the team and ability to kind of pull this off and pull through on it efficiently too.
It's a lot of one-man armies.
Yeah, I mean, even with Apollo, like if we planned that out, it would take like all 6 of us that kind of run Apollo to ensure like this is our mission, this is what we're doing this month, and this is our prerogative.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, and that's the thing too. It just depends on how fast you release things too, on how big you are. This is all doable on a scale, but having the patience to want to put something out instead of, you work so hard individually to work on the thing to create it, but then like having to like market it right after and then push that for, 8 months hardcore. I think all of us do a really good job of like, it doesn't matter how old our product is, we still push it. But like to the extent of like that, like, okay, now I just spent a year working on it. Now I got to fucking go all in for the next 3 months to promote it. And that's just, I think that's where all of us hit that burnout, I want to say.
I think it's really that none of us want to be promoting.
Yeah.
We all are busy wanting to do other stuff, which is why you get that. So, to some extent, I think that it's a mindset shift that we don't want to do, or that we can't do because we're too busy because we have
more stuff to make.
Yeah. Because now you're just like, well, I got to get paid for the next gig, or I got to move on to this thing.
Well, and comics specifically take a long time.
Yeah.
Doug could be pumping out monthly sketch cover drops like nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
But books themselves take a long time, so you can't drop those quite as consistently. But it would be an interesting experiment to make stuff for a year, solely focus on putting it out for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and then analyzing that. You know, having extended periods of we're just focusing on marketing, we're not putting anything out, or like you
Yeah.
are putting stuff out but you're not actively making anything, right? And see what
Yeah.
the difference is, because I bet you your energy levels would be better, the results would be better.
I don't
I
know.
think a lot of
A
us.
year of promoting. It sounds like a nightmare.
Or it could be 6 months, right? Spend half the year making stuff, and then half the year marketing stuff and not making anything.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the bigger, like the bigger media outlets and stuff, though, they kind of need that much time if you're trying to get more eyes on it. So it's like, it's not a horrible idea to book, to like focus on promoting, be like, this is my media tour is going to be X, Y, and Z. And like, you know, down the line, like I'll be prepared and I'm going to come at you and you're going to get me at my absolute worst because I'll be the best at promoting this, you know? So I think it's just a matter of like, where do you want to allocate your time and your energy? Like we're saying, like it's, you know.
Yeah. Cause my energy right now is going towards creating stuff, and I market a little bit, but it's not as successful as I would expect or want it to be.
Right.
But I bet you if I was sitting here on stream designing, you know, carousel posts and filming reels and working on email signups or a newsletter or whatever, and I was sitting here doing that 2 hours a week, that I would have very different looking sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, I've spent the last week like building my website again, and like I get so sketchy when I'm not like progressing things, and like when I see that my drawings are not being drawn and all that stuff, like the business of being the business is not the bee's knees, you know.
I'm with you there. I don't like to do it, but that's just
But we
how
have
it-
to.
Yeah.
If we don't do it, no one else is going to do it.
Yeah, unless you
it's
pay
rough.
somebody to do it, but then
you got to manage what they're doing, because if you don't, they're going to do it their way, and as creators, that's going to drive us crazy.
Yep.
And
Pretty
it's
much.
yeah. I mean, that's why. I mean, I love doing the shows, but they're exhausting, dude. Like, I'm so tired. I love talking to people all the time, but it's also like running Apollo, like doing that and trying to. It's kind of weird. Managing releases and timelines of people's excitement, and you know, they feel like I'm finally getting the chance to do what I've always wanted to do, and this is everyone's big moment all the time. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing too. It's like it's hard to have patience when it's like finally your big moment, you know, and you're just like, why do I gotta wait? Like it's here, and it's hard to. And then you could do it self-published. You could just put it out and hope for the best. You could work with a small publisher. You know what I mean? You could figure out stuff like that.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go.
But no, honestly, yeah, please do it.
I was gonna say that's great advice to just do it, because then when they're ready or they want to re-release it or it is time, they're gonna be so much better at it.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. I mean, that's what we've always done with. I mean, that's how this conversation kind of started. Like, you know, we launched a book today. We Dead in the Water. Go look for it on the Kickstarter. It's live, and we were like, should we just keep it up or do we just take it down? And it's like, you just roll with the punches. Like, Apollo's learned so many things over the last. It's crazy, dude. We've only been making comics for 2.5 years, 2 years and a hair, you know. But it's like we've done so much in that time frame. You learn so much with every release, and you're gonna fumble and make one mistake with every single book you do. Like, there's no perfection in it. So whatever mistake you made this time that you didn't make last time, well, now you know.
Can I make kind of a funny comparable?
Huh.
It's like you don't
funny.
plan you don't plan when like kids are gonna come into the picture most of the time, you know, like you talk about it, but then like they're just kind of there, you know, and then you're parenting and it's a blast and you know all that stuff. But like when stuff happens in life, like you just kind of go with it, and how you adapt and succeed with it is more of a testament of your preparedness for anything than it is panicking. Be like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's the end of the world. What did I screwed up? Like, it's like accountability is just kind of one of those factors of being a professional that, like it's right up there with receiving criticism and stuff. Like, how well are you prepared for the business of, for the back end of it? Like when you realize that your dreams are actually like still sweat and effort, like you're not swinging a hammer, but you still have to march to the beat and flex accountability and stuff, So, cool little opportunities like this pop up, and you're like, I am good at this. It's like show prep. I still stress about it. I got a 2-day show this weekend, and like in my mind, I'm just like, what can I do to be better, and how can I, like I'm even though like I know that I'm good and like sales are gonna be decent and stuff, like I'm still just like always worried on like how to be better, and like I think that when we stop worrying, it's because the confidence is there, and we know that we got it. But it's like the second born, it's just a little bit more relaxed.
Straight up though, like you just gotta. I mean, it's crazy how many mistakes I've made with Apollo. Like it's every book, dude. We just put out a book. Like bleed and trim was a little off. Like whoops.
Yeah.
It cut off 2 letters. You know what I mean? On 2 different.
You gotta use the template.
Yeah, the artist didn't, and we thought we fixed it. We didn't fix it.
Sure, blame the artist. Sound like a true editor there.
Straight up though. But I mean, hey, it's you're just like, well, we got to fix it next time, dude. I mean, Teenage Babylon, man, like that has typos. Hey, what's your favorite mistake, Brandon? I think the punk anthology. The punk anthology is probably my favorite mistake.
You put this book called Apocalypse Now in it. Garbage.
Yeah, I can't wait for Doug's book, by the way. That's going to be the coolest thing. It blew my mind, dude. Like, no lie, Doug, and I say this with like the biggest love in the world, but it was so much better than I thought it'd be. Like,
yeah, that's good.
It's dope. It's dope. Like that's you leveled up with that book on your storytelling.
Yeah, thank you. Like,
yeah, for real.
Yeah, your lettering proves that you're blind, but like the rest of it's phenomenal.
You can read it. It's good.
No, but it's so Doug though still, and that's why I like your lettering a lot.
No, when I can afford a letterer, I'll get a letterer.
No one can read it. No,
exactly.
I'm just ripping on.
Put it in Braille. Put it in Braille,
dude. You should make a Braille comic. Anyways,
I'm working on
my
it,
favorite mistake, punk anthology. I don't know how, but for some reason I'm credited twice. Like there's Elliot's song, which is the title of the story, and then it says, me and Nick, and then it's Teenage Babylon, and then it shows me and Nick, and that's just like, that's it. And it's like, okay, well, we'll go
so
with
your biggest mistake is just getting too much credit.
Too much credit. I did forget to submit the print file for a run of CyberSync. I didn't submit the spine with it. So I have an entire run. I have like 100 copies of CyberSync with a blank spine. So that's great.
You know what you should do?
Huh.
Print a wraparound jacket to go around.
Oh,
we thought about that. Yeah. And
or just glue a spine on. What are you talking about? Just print a bunch of the spine, cut it out, and use a little glue tape.
Or do it the Max Flowers way, which is just way more logical, and screw what everybody else says.
Or we could just like draw on it every single time when we sell one, so you get a custom spine every time.
There's a famous Mike Tyson interview where they ask what about one of his injuries. He just goes, "It's spinal."
Yeah.
I think, Doug, you have to talk like that for the rest of the show.
Yeah, dude, please.
I'm very excited to be producing this Shirley Johnson cover. She's a very intriguing character, and I'm going to be channeling my energies into this homage of Follow the Leader from the band Korn. Yeah, how's that?
I love it.
Good, because I'm
Gonna
maxed
say
out.
some Greg Capullo art you're looking at tonight. Capuller.
Capullo!
Yeah. Ship me out
Favorite
when
Capullo shout out was Tanner Ogle. Shout out to Tanner Ogle for screaming his name at the top of his lungs when he saw him at Terrificon. Capullo! Legendary.
Jesus Christ.
No, not Jesus Christ. Tanner Ogle. He's electric. Full House. Ask Tanner about Full House.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. It was my nickname that I gave him. Oh, don't even ask him. I'll just tell you about it. I gave him the nickname Full House. When I realized that he was just kind of a wacky, like, blonde adult, and he looked like he was part of the Tanner family, so called him Full House. It stuck.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
Yep. It's like sport nicknames.
It's different for like Lovecraft country. You know what I mean?
Yep. You got it. It's those long winters, man.
Yeah.
Doug, when are you gonna hit me up about lettering, man? The hell?
When I can afford you.
Brandon didn't give me anything. What are you talking about? I get paid for this?
It's a very good chance that when I switch to the Apocalypse Now graphic novel, then I'll do a letterer for it. If people are going to spend more money, I might as well make it worth it.
Yeah. If we're going to publish it, you got to make it worth it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's funny how like I could just like say certain stuff. I try not to like say things on air when like you and Jade are on with us because I'm too close to you guys. Where you just want to say like the worst things, and I'm like, dang, that's not that.
That makes me sound horrible.
Not the phone call for that. Like,
I got a parent quick. What's up, Tyson?
I need help.
You're gonna have to wait.
Ever. Doug really is rad though. His kids like skateboard and everything.
Backflips are all them. I didn't teach them backflips. I'm very top heavy. My backflip would be a real quick trip to the hospital. But for the right price, I'll try it. So you guys head on over to my Patreon and do a backflip, Doug. I don't have a Patreon. I do, but I don't use it.
We had one, dude. It's so much. See there again, like when you're talking about trying to be a creator, like man, the list of stuff you're trying to do to survive, and you basically need to assign a team member to like, all right, everyone go do your own thing, and that's if you have a team. You know what I mean? That's if you're not doing this solo. But dude, because you said you use Threads and Blue Sky, right, Jay?
Yeah, and Instagram and Facebook mostly, but
Instagram,
those two.
Facebook.
I'm not on Twitter anymore. That's the one I got
me
off
either.
of.
I mean, but if you wanted to, I still operate on the CWS Twitter, so like I know there's a lot of creators still using Twitter like crazy. So I mean, that's Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Twitter.
Is Kara still a thing? People still using Kara?
Oh,
I don't know what that is. Does anyone use Mastodon still? Is that a thing still? Did Mastodon?
That's a band, isn't it?
And it's the coolest band ever.
Coolest ever? I don't know about coolest.
I mean, I'm not.
They're capable.
Yeah, they're pretty up there. They're pretty up there.
Very capable.
I love Mastodon, but anywho,
yeah, and then you got your like funding programs, your Patreon, your Buy Me a Coffees, your man, you're Ko-fi, which is the subsidiary of Buy Me a Coffee. It's not subsidiary. There's grant writing.
Then you have like your YouTube channel and podcast you probably run to like, and then that means you stream on Twitch and on some other platforms we've never heard of. Let's just add one in there. We're at 13 platforms. You could like try to. Oh. This isn't even including Kickstarter. Now we're at 14. That's just for your business. That's just to like make sure. That's just TikTok 15
visibility. TikTok.
We're all
there's also different country-based monetization models. So like Canada, you can't monetize on TikTok.
To be clear, I think it's bad advice to do all of that.
Hands down. Well, yeah,
for sure.
Hands down. But like this is like what you have to like consider and like look into, and this is everything where everyone's at. And that's like, okay, if you're in a store, there's probably a big cartel. That's 16,
Mm-hmm.
which in plugins, you're looking at what,
Oh yeah,
17, 18.
Redbubble.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
a
yeah.
you got a Gmail account too that you have to
Mm-hmm.
monitor. You're at probably
Mm-hmm.
18 now. Um,
Stressing me out, man.
dude, and then you're just like, I should have a personal Instagram too, just to like.
Just get
That's
political once in a while.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Like especially the punk rock stuff is like punk rock borderline. Like it's real fun to like hype stuff up, but then it's also real easy to like cross that line. You're like, oh, that's an inside voice thing.
Oh, hands down, yeah, I do that all the time with the Apollo account. I'm glad I know how to filter work from this, so no one hates me too much.
So I know
Yeah,
this
I mean
looks like a
that's
hot
just
mess currently, but it will get better.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's got to swing one way than the other,
Yeah, man.
But that's just like platforms in itself are just like insane. Are you gonna follow CAF? That's another platform. StreamYard. It's insane what we have to integrate. What about Substack, dude? We free. I have a Substack
Oh
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Substack. Mm-hmm.
dude. We are like
Mm-hmm.
21 now. We're at 21, 22. If you're gonna really go into Substack, you probably have a Mailchimp,
You probably have a what?
like account to like distribute like.
Oh, okay.
Emails.
Yeah. Dang, dude, I got nauseous thinking about all that. It's crazy how. Oh, you probably have a link tree too to
Oh yeah. Oh
upload
yeah.
all
Yeah.
these links
And a LinkedIn.
and a LinkedIn.
Brandon's
Yeah.
spiraling. Brandon's spiraling. He's
Dude,
crashing
for real.
out, guys.
Oh, don't forget about Baltimore Comic Con.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna do this cover. I don't even know what I'm doing for this cover. I'm kind of just winging it. We'll see what.
I'm stoked about mine, man.
Can you imagine he just quits live right now? He's like,
Just-
I'm done.
I'm just done.
Or just shorts out, just completely shorts out. I think he's frozen. No, everything's still counting down.
Yeah. We're still here. Just rocking in the background. It's insane.
Have you seen the I think you should leave bit where it's like he's like the host of like a talk show and he's like, if I disagree with you, I'm just gonna sit there and play on my phone. The guest will say something and then he's like, this is over, and just sits in his chair playing on his phone. And the guest
That's
is like,
funny.
oh,
I appreciate
That's
that.
amazing.
It's kind of like dealing with my nephew. Just turns off. He's not watching. He doesn't care. But if he is watching, clean your room, filthy animal. Yeah, it's
we're not even at design software, dude. There's Adobe. You could either go Adobe or Affinity. There's Procreate or Clip Art
Procreate's kind of
Studio.
your gateway though. Like
Yeah.
I find that Procreate, you can't really lump that in with anything because they're making it flexible enough to really like jump around to different things. So like I think Procreate's your ultimate like setup program, and then your finish, like your formatting and everything, comes in your knowledge of your Affinity or your Adobe and stuff. I'm gonna go with whatever's got the cheapest monthly subscription right now because Adobe
I'm
is
doing
literally trying
doing
to take my child from me.
Affinity, dude. Affinity all the way. Adobe was just like, we'll offer it to you half off.
That's still a mortgage.
Yeah.
Wonder what the
Crazy
CEO of
one.
Adobe's making.
Right, dude. There's so much I just don't agree with their stuff right now either. And Affinity, I like the one-time package. Like, let me just do that. I'll master this program.
Yeah, I'll
Move
check
on
that
with
out.
lives.
Until I can get a nice fancy company contract and they give me an Adobe suite, I'm like, yeah. Like art students get Adobe.
Yeah, that's why I had it, was because of school. And then I had a
And then you took my advice and dropped out, got into comics.
100%. I wouldn't be
You'll
making
be
comics
fine.
if it wasn't for Doug Knight.
If this blind guy can do it.
That's I'm glad Adobe didn't get Figma, but I wish Figma did a little more in print. Dude, honestly, yeah, I don't know how Figma works, but like at CWS, like for the long, I think they still do. Like sometimes, we're using Adobe XD. I think that's what it is, and then we were making like posts and like all of our like layouts and everything and formatting books and shit on that. um,
Figma did get bought out by somebody. I don't know who though.
yep. That's what Saboteur said.
Let's change it up. I gotta tell everybody something. Big announcement. It might be controversial. You ready for this? Live on the internet?
Let's do it.
No.
I saw Fantastic Four First Steps, and I thought it was charming.
I liked it too.
I honestly, I like. Not only did I think it was charming, but like my wife left the theater and she's like, "I didn't know what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be trash, but that was really fun." And you know what? They deserve props. That was a well composed movie.
See, my problem is that I can't convince myself to watch another superhero movie. I'm like traumatized or something.
Right.
You know?
But you can only watch Blade once, so you'll be okay. Oh wait, there's Blade Trinity. Yeah, watch Blade Trinity. If you want to refresh yourself on how good we have it now, watch Blade Trinity. Times have changed.
I've actually never seen any of the Blade movies. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
I've seen like the beginning of the first one.
I'm not going to throw the R word out there. It's just to be like,
what?
Well, you know, why didn't you watch a Blade movie? Huh?
Okay.
Oh my
Not
god,
that R word. Come on.
that was great. That was good. That was good. That was a good one. That was good.
I'm
I
kidding.
don't know. I just never got to see Blade. Actually, I just never.
Yeah,
I've
it's a
actually
different
sat down
attitude.
to watch it like a few times, and I just never. Like the universe has stopped me from watching Blade.
Sometimes napping is a better choice. You know?
Straight up.
Yeah, I think that it was at a time where it's like if you weren't into it, you weren't into it, and then if you missed the boat, you missed the boat. You know, like you really had to have liked Ryan Reynolds, Triple H, and Jessica Biel to get into that, and you know, that's a lot to ask.
Got Triple H
And Parker Posey, a weird cast. Anyways, yeah, so Fantastic Four was great. Superman, super fun. Like that was the Uncle Ben, not Uncle Ben. What the hell's his name? Pa? Anyways, Pa Kent. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
That was like that's how they should have represented that dude for years. That like
Yeah, dude.
Southern drawl, like, you know, Clark, you gotta do better, you know, like I appreciated that. Sorry, Jay. I should have just let you voice over that one.
No, I like yours.
Jay,
Gotta do
can you
better.
please give us some
Can you just hit me with a I'm proud of you, Clark?
I'm proud of you, boy.
Yes. Now quick, everybody do their best Canadian accent.
Okay, yeah.
That's a little bit Minneapolis, but I'll let it slide.
Oh man, that's great.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
perfect. No, people in Buffalo apologize a lot too,
Boop.
but they're practically Canadian.
Yeah,
No,
Those
now
was
you gotta
awesome.
hit us with the letter Kenny, man. With the like Saskatchewan ass like country folk Canada.
I don't possess that. I don't even speak Scarborough. There's
I know
there's
you
this.
don't, man.
You got to look up the like Gen Z or the Gen X or whatever Scarborough accent. It's like it's viral here, but it's just like this weird combination of like patois and like broken like East Asian and like a bunch of other cultures that have combined to make this really like dopey speech pattern where it's like you're like fam, like you don't even disrespect blah blah blah, and it's
I've seen
heinous.
that. Yeah.
It's heinous. It's honestly like I will do everything I can to make sure my children don't speak like that ever. Like, man, I won't hit them. I won't beat my kids, but I will say I'm disappointed if they come into my house talking like that. Disappointment. That's the ultimate factor here.
Disappointment with my hands.
I've got magnificent hands. I'm not disappointed with them. Oh, yo, that song "Punk Rocker" with Iggy Pop that they put at the end of Superman. It's like one of my go-to jams.
Yeah.
All day now. So good.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Superman was beyond like perfect, dude. I loved Superman.
Yeah.
Loved it so much. I am not a fan of that Fantastic Four movie. I'm not gonna lie. I was bored.
You don't have
as
to lie.
hell.
That's why I brought it up.
And I thought the ending was weak because why did they all just team up and beat Galactus? That would have been more Fantastic Four-y, but sure,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
know,
and
it's we'll see. I'm just not I didn't think Pedro was a good Mr. Fantastic.
No,
That's
that was
what
a
really-
weird one.
that's
Senor
what really took
Fantastico?
me. Yeah, it just did not get me going. So,
Everybody else on brand. Homie from the Bear, he was a good Ben Grimm. He voice acted.
dude, and see, what's unfortunate is I have a bad taste in my mouth because of that guy because I met him once and he was a complete douchebag. And
Don't
so
tell me
like
that.
he was a complete dick. We were like at Ace Comic Con to like get signatures and whatnot. And he was like super late, real fast. Hey, Daryl Murphy, my boy. What
Daryl,
up?
street team rep.
But he was super late to the signing, and then he got there and he just like didn't want to be there, and he was just super rude and just like total dick with his like weird girlfriend that was just like standing behind him awkwardly the whole time. Like,
Whoa,
he
I
was probably
believe it's
drugged
his
up,
weird
like-
wife now. Show some respect.
I know, because she was terrible, like, and they were terrible. And just don't be mean to your fans who waited for
No.
you to see you.
Yeah, respect.
I mean,
Gotta
I was getting
respect.
signatures for someone, but you know, like,
Yeah.
Hey, Nerrick, first time chatter on Twitch. What up? Hey, we're drawing.
Yeah, that's Kieran. I know who that is.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
what about Kieran Quinn?
No,
Oh. Then
No.
don't talk to me unless it's Kieran Quinn.
it's a
I'm kidding.
a buddy on
I'm
the
kidding.
island, man. Buddy
Ooh.
on the island.
Which island? Prince Edward
What?
Island?
Are you trying to get me to dox myself right now, man?
In a little fishing town far, far away, there is our friend Max, who's there to stay.
Meanwhile, the piece that I'm working on literally has the name of the island on it.
Hey! You don't need to point it out.
They can't see it yet.
No, I
Oh,
can't.
Is Milo
Yeah.
still running from the mob?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Milo.
I'm massively in debt, man.
Mm,
They're gonna
Buddy.
get me.
that's just
hiding from the
everybody.
law.
Everybody's in that
I'm the man.
position.
I'm still at large.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
How's
I don't know,
Bunny?
I'm gonna redo this entire cover. I'm gonna hate it. I think this
Where's
is
Bunny
gonna be a
or
good
how's
test.
Bunny?
How's Bunny? I don't care where he is. I'm just asking how he is.
He's good. He's good. He's sleeping on the couch in the other room.
I said I don't care where he is. I just asked how he is.
You didn't ask
Come
how
on.
Dashi was.
Yeah. What about my little freaky one?
Is that a new arrival?
Yeah.
Sorta.
Okay, so
yeah.
there
We've
you
had her
go.
for like a year.
Yeah. When's the last time we had an LKC meeting?
That's
I don't know the
true.
last time we've really talked to him, man.
I know.
I actually just
Yeah,
talked to
because you
Mark, like,
missed the last
2 hours
spill
ago.
dink. Yeah, me too. I told him he's gotta cool it on getting beefier forearms because he's looking less nerdy every time he's on.
And Saboteur, there is definitely an Alaskan accent. I just have a Californian accent.
Yeah.
I have whatever accent of the latest video I watched.
But I think we've picked up a little bit of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, our fucking ooh noises.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's awful.
You hooties, you guys are hooting.
Yep. It doesn't help that we watch like Canadian TV too.
It doesn't hurt. Canadian TV is American TV, man. Like even Shoresy and stuff, like it's all geared towards the like
The
the
American.
gimmick of Canadian, you know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We are, listen, all the stuff aside, like we're all friends. That's like That's what I've been preaching the whole time. It's just like keep your friends close, because at the end of the day, like, I would rather build bridges than burn them. And like when we get to whatever outcome there is, like even if we were to escalate into global conflict, I'd still like to look at you guys and be like, I don't want to punch you. I'm still cool with you. Like, you need a place to crash, you come here. If you need refuse, like, I'm just saying. Plan for the worst, expect the best.
Don't be offering us refuse. We might be taking you up on it.
Yeah, well, you got to fight Ronnie for his bed because he doesn't sleep in it.
Dude, Lex would be so hyped if he moved in.
Well,
we have an attic, dude. You guys are set.
No, I mean, who are you talking about moving
You
in?
guys.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll take you guys in.
not me.
You up.
well,
Oh,
I'm not really trying to get to where you're at, Brandon.
Nah, yeah, you don't want to. No, it's bad.
Yeah, that's kind of. I think we're in a better spot now, unfortunately.
Yeah, stay there. I know, dude. We don't go to DC for anything now. Dude, I'm not even going to see AFI because I don't want to go to DC.
Dang.
But instead, I'm going to drive up to New York Comic Con. So I guess it's the trade off.
Are you excited to see anybody at New York Comic Con, or are you just going to be like networking and stuff?
Networking. I'm excited to see like people I know and just just keep this connections with people.
Yeah.
But definitely going to be networking. Going to be talking to some people about some stuff we're doing with CWS. It's a work trip, so it's all CWS focused. But a lot of hype.
As a proud member of the CWS Street Team, can I drop my promo code?
Oh yeah, throw it out there.
So check this out. I'm part of the CWS Street Team, everybody. And if you have a print going and you enter promo code GlobalPrintDoug10 at checkout, you will save 10% on your order. So I encourage you to go do some printing with CWS. I love those guys.
Yeah, I should maybe I could type it on the chat somehow.
I was gonna say that's a long code.
Listen, they told me to choose it. I panicked.
No, I signed it for you.
Should have been code cross-eye, man.
Keep them crossed.
There we go.
Nice.
Look at that. Apollo City Comics posting it up.
Yeah, that's been cool. It's been cool being welcomed into the Street Team culture, and I added that to my website that I'm building today, and it's felt very official. It's very cool. It's I'm excited to see like what I can do with it in terms of using it as like a leverage point to get into shops and do cool events and stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy. So the Street Team, it's very, you guys are beta testers. We want to open it up to the public because I know there's a lot of people that would love to jump onto that to promote CWS. We've had so many people reach out and be like, how can I promote you guys at shows? Can I get flyers or something? And so we're kind of doing this initiative to launch that. And so we have a handful of creators. It's a lot of them you guys know here. It's Sarah Cook, who's also affiliated with this Zelda Awards that CWS is going to help sponsor, and we're teaming up on a bunch of stuff. And then we have Javi Martinez, who he's really busy around the New York area, and he's always spreading CWS love, so we really appreciate that. Jade Louder, he also worked with us on panels, and so he's really welcomed on the Street Team. We have Doug Knight, our Canadian representative, our boy right there. And then if we have our dude Daryl Murphy, who's just been killing it like in the scene over the last year or two. We just love seeing him grow, and his educational aspect and just everything he's been doing. And then we have Rick Lopez.
Rick.
Yeah, he's just killing it, and he's involved with so much, and it's really cool to have him be a part of it, and have that side of the scene that he brings with that too. And then we have Christian Herrera as well, who actually was the first person I ever approached to be part of the street team. We were speaking about it last year at Heroes, and I was like, I'm putting together a team. And it just took a while to like kickstart. Well, obviously it took like a year and a half to kickstart because there's so much is happening. And so yeah, these guys all have like unique print codes, so hit them up for like print questions, advice, like how to stuff. Like they're here to help us out. And encourage to network with them too. You know, they're all doing really great stuff, and that's what's really important, to seeing indie creators who are busy and just they know the grind of conventions and Kickstarters and you know, Substack, all the platforms we named. They know all 25 of them.
Yeah,
So
and crowdfunding and handshaking. You know, like there's this big thing that like there's a lot of cats out there that are still afraid to go just say hi to somebody that they respect because they're afraid that it's going to lead to the opportunity, but you never know until you know, suck it up and go shake the hand of somebody that can help you out, you know, like, but it's a party, man. I love it. And this is looking acceptable.
yeah, it's the grind of comics is interesting, you know. That's why I like talking about it so much. Everyone's experiences are so valuable. Like honestly, like, you know, even involving Kickstarter. I was talking to this guy Russ, who actually does like, he just does this for a living. It's just run Kickstarters basically. He was doing that for a while. And he was even saying, he's like, dude, the Kickstarter community is like, it's fizzling. Like a lot of it has to do with the economy and people saving money. And a lot of it has to do with just the uncertainty going on and just the rise of costs across the board.
Shipping is nuts.
Yeah, because shipping just rose on everybody. I have an article. I don't know if anyone in the chat uses Pirate Ship, but I use that basically for all my shipping. And they send out newsletters if you're signed up for that, and they talk all about the shipping rates going up and down. And I think they're about to price hike in the next week or so. Of course, when I'm about to fulfill Kickstarter, so 2 of them actually, yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. It's insane. You want to get as much help as you can, and so hit up our shoot team for like advice.
Yep.
And I share it. You know, it's hard for me to distribute stuff I find out to everyone all the time, and so I kind of use them as a funnel a lot of the time to help get you guys information.
We are here to serve the community.
Yeah. I hate
Man,
what I'm doing so far. I'm just like,
what's a celebrity you guys would like actually like? I don't get like starstruck or anything like that, but like who's somebody that like you would like to meet?
I met John Leguizamo at a con, and it was super awkward.
Yeah, I can see
oh,
that.
really?
I feel like he comes in primed. You want to talk about Super Mario? He wants to talk political.
You're right. I just want to talk about you being in Spawn, dude. What'd you do after Spawn? Because I can't recall anything that you did.
There was Super Mario, then there was Spawn. Somewhere in there was The Pest. And that's probably more John Leguizamo than anybody's supposed to know. I feel like he did one where he was in drag, like Gloria Estefan. But that might also have just been The Pest. I went through a real John Leguizamo phase.
I don't know. I've also met like a lot of people, so it just doesn't. Some of it doesn't faze me as much as I want it to anymore. I'm trying to think of someone I'd freak out if I met.
I have two.
Last name. Who?
I have two. First one, Zach Galifianakis. I would very much love to have coffee and talk with Zach. And the second one is Tracy Morgan. Doesn't that just sum up who I am as a person?
You see that? Okay. I'd really want to meet like Anthony Green and like Tom DeLonge. That's it. Like if I could have conversations
true.
with 2 people, that'd be it there.
Yeah, Tom DeLonge would be an interesting cat. I read Mark Fahrenheit Blank or Fahrenheit 182. That was a good book.
That was a good book. It got better like throughout the years too. I was really surprised how much I liked it. I saw he did like a kind of like a book reading thing in DC, and I got to see that on my birthday, and it was the
Nice.
greatest thing ever.
Was that a gift,
You
or
guys
was
hear
it?
me?
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Nobody else can
sorry
hear you.
about
It's just me.
that. Let's not
Go
get
with it,
into that.
guys.
My phone died because I forgot to plug it in.
We all been there.
Come on, man. T-Mobile. I'm just putting
Apex
some
Comics
flyers.
says, "Draw your favorite comic book projects. Nice to see fresh, forward comics on paper." Yeah, dude. Everyone should be leaving it. Actually, that's why I'm super hyped to be doing that mini comic thing at the library coming up. Is I'm teaching people how to like make a little comic, and I give them a prompt that they can follow in a template.
And they're gonna be like, "Don't tell me what to do, fool."
Oh, it's like leaning on my iPad too much.
I was actually
Pretty
stoked
nervous.
that Brandon reached out to me for some iPad advice today, which was cool. I like instructing folks on how to make their life easier.
Yeah, I'm trying to just mess with digital stuff right now. I'm
Do or
just
do
real
not.
curious
There is
about
no
it.
try.
Well, I'm messing with digital stuff right now, and
Good. Get messy.
and it's been interesting for sure. What else have I done lately? So I did the mini comic I showed everyone earlier, these two, which has been fun, messing with the templates and stuff like that, and kind of going into it. I'm starting up another little thing on here too soon. This comic Coast Fascist submission. So I'm kind of doing kind of like, I guess, like an homage to Batman Year One. Eric Allred and I pulled a scene. We're gonna kind of recreate it. So I'm gonna draw it. So I'm really excited.
Sweet.
It's gonna be a challenge. I'm gonna be drawing a lot of buildings. I haven't really drawn buildings really.
Oh, good
So
luck.
that's yeah. Like the
I'm
first
actually-
panel is like it's like the White House, like and right away, and like a perspective. And I'm like, all right, well, crap.
Well, in my
This is plenty of
search
reference.
to be a better artist, I'm putting together a grant proposal right now for to do like a exhibition on the world through my eyes, because it's tough. Like it's tough explaining to people that I'm legally blind, and then it's like how are you legally blind? And then every time I gotta say, because if I was legally caught behind a wheel, I'd get legally thrown in jail for being a menace to society, but like there's a way of like expanding on that and kind of using my skills as an artist to really convey what I pick up visually, like and like have blind spots present in the artwork and stuff through like drawing landmarks. So I'm excited to see kind of how I can get some funding for that and bring that forward into the public and be more than just a comic book artist, be like a fancy artist.
Yeah, we're gonna see Doug do expressionism. That's gonna be fun.
It's not expressionism, you wiener. It's landscape, watercolor.
I want to see you do some big
Drawing
art
from
gallery
life.
stuff.
And it's been cool thinking about like how I would do that. So like I'd set up like a focal point. So visually I have to lock on the same thing and kind of like fuzz out every time because my eyes, I have what's called an astigmatism. So anybody in here that doesn't know this, it's my eyes shake. It's because the vacant spots in my visual field get filled in by my imagination. So my eyes kind of try to like see around that. So they're always kind of it's like a digital camera auto-focusing. So for me to like really pick up on the stuff that I don't see, I have to kind of like fuzz out and go to like that 1,000-yard stare. And I'd be like, whoa, I'm missing some vital information here. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to just kind of like teach myself how to zen out and stare at one point and then try to capture the memory of that so I can convey it.
If you look
a
into
couple
Doug's
brush
eyes, you see the future. It's really cool.
Totally. It's great.
Quick.
It's like Madam Web, but like way
Yeah.
cuter.
Um,
You guys can laugh. Everybody can laugh.
I'll laugh. I just didn't laugh because I haven't seen Madam Web, so I didn't.
Me neither. Oh, it's
Oh.
just the character. Everybody's seen Madam Web. It's the old lady,
Madam Web.
not the movie. Oh, was there actually a movie?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awful. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the worst movie ever made.
I'm still thinking like the '90s Madam Web.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing too. But yeah, no, yeah. There was
Yeah.
the whole movie with I don't even know who was in it. I couldn't tell you. I just know that apparently there was like a fake Spider-Man. That's all I know about that movie.
That's
It was
not.
I
so
don't even know
bad.
the casting. On Netflix.
Oh, good. Let me switch my VPN to North Korea so I don't have to watch it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting. It's been cool. I've had a lot of really neat stuff happen lately where it's like I have to be a little bit more introspective and figure out like what future Doug wants to do and like my impact, because you're like not that we're old by any sense of the imagination, but like you hit that point where it's like what's the footprint got to look like? And for me, I realized that like I really want to have a positive role as an advocate for accessibility and disability and all the illities. And yeah, it's just been kind of cool seeking out opportunities to see that and express and use words. And obviously I talk a lot, but having to talk a lot with purpose is a bit of a different jam, so it's been cool.
Did you hear from Procreate? I saw that you submitted that accessibility thing.
Yeah, I did. I'll tell you guys about it. It's not like it's a big secret. They said that like they can't make any promises, obviously, but it is something that's very like interesting for them to follow up with. So I just like I did the best I could. I just said like, please by all means put me down as a beta tester, so I can be the person that helps
What
wave.
do you give us some context behind it?
Yeah, so I suggested to them that they consider looking into developing like a voiceover assistant, not just for accessibility of like low vision people, but like everybody using like a peripheral or anything, right? So like they're like, oh well, we use the iPad voiceover software. I'm like, it's terrible. Like I for about 4 hours turned on the iPad accessibility, and like first of all, you need to know gang signs to be able to try to like do all the gesture controls and like not screw it up every time. And then anyway, so that like I did like a big thing where I recorded all the pain points and got back to them about it, and they were really receptive about it. So it'd be cool if that could be something that turns into like revolutionizing the accessible space for like digital creation, and like there's a big thing going on right now. I'm interested because I'm kind of caught in the crosshairs between like AI as an accessibility tool versus AI art, right? And the inclination that everybody has of like sling your automatic rifle around your shoulders and then try to shoot the first Macintosh computer you see because it's stealing your livelihood. Like I understand like all the anti-theft stuff, like of course. But then when you get into the conversation of like without a robot telling me that it's safe to cross the street, I'm gonna die. So it's interesting, like kind of separating the two worlds and being an advocate for one, but then opposition for another. And explaining like different. Go ahead.
There's a lot of limitations you got to figure out with that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think AI is necessarily like a completely evil thing. It's just it's when it does things that you shouldn't be using it for. You know what I mean? Like generating
when it makes
art.
Tim Spurl look like Jim Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, you can't use it. I don't know. It's kind of like if you use it to play your, think of if you're learning how to play an instrument. Like if you just get an instrument and it plays itself, like you program the song, like you're not playing the instrument. Like, but if you play the instrument and then you use like a phaser or a distortion pedal, you're using something to enhance it. So there's ways to use like AI to like enhance what you're doing. But there's ways. I mean, everyone's used Grammarly. I mean, that's like if you're using Grammarly, you're essentially have used like an AI program. If you've done video effects editing, there's ways to do like you can just put on the lightning bolt and stuff like that. There's ways to do that manually or use that preset, and it's kind of just using a preset at that point. I mean, you could even go as far as like, is it bad to use AI to generate like okay, in the art realm,
Mhm.
yeah, see, I use Grammarly all day because I can't spell. Yeah, dude, vibes. In the art realm, is it bad for a writer to use AI to say generate a prompt idea, like an image to like get something out clearly, and then have the artist draw it, but he just uses it like as a way to like convey a thought?
But I think then you're putting the limitations on the skill set of the artist to be able to help bridge the gap that you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like if you set that, like if you're going to like J for J's style, and then you say, but I generated these things, and you're going to kind of like taint how he perceives it, you know?
Oh, because you're tainting how the artist is going to perceive that concept at that point,
Right.
right? Like instead of just like describing it how you would think of it versus visually seeing something to get it to convey to them, right? I could see that how they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna lean more towards whatever I saw in that image versus
Yeah.
how I'm perceiving it read.
Yeah.
Very good, right?
And it's like you know, there's a lot of like those click trap things where it's like the AI transforming your cartoon character into real life people. I don't know, unless that's just my feed or whatever, but like it's always interesting. Like at first I was watching them and then I was like, oh, these are all kind of trash, because like you can see how kind of like sensitive it is to like how they represent like different cultures and stuff, and there's a lot of like robot like correction going on there. You're just like, that's kind of weird. Like, you know,
Well,
if it can't, go ahead.
You know what's interesting about it though is that if you asked a random person who
Have
like
no skin in the game.
isn't an artist or has no skin in the game, right? One, they can't tell that something is AI versus not AI.
Right.
And two, they don't really care.
No. But as soon as it starts driving their truck.
Right. And so I think that it's gonna stick around. People are gonna use it all the time, but there's also gonna be a market for human stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that market value is gonna go up.
Yeah.
So
I would say that.
Like, do I care if my stuff is stolen? Yeah. Am I gonna like cry over it for a year and wage a war against whatever mega corporation stole my stuff? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the time
Just
or
make
the
more
energy to do
Just
it.
make
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is encouraging non-combativeness, but understanding where your line is. You know, like, go ahead. I know Brandon was about to say something. Sorry, dude. I cut you off.
Oh, you're fine. Like I mean, I use ChatGPT to do a workout plan for me because like I don't want to pay $40 a month to follow a workout plan, and
You're still not gonna follow it.
Oh, it's been killer. It's actually got me going and a nice thing. What's cool about it is that like it does stuff that you're like, oh, like I'm using this to like save me $40 a month.
Yeah.
And I'm like plugging in like my results and I'm getting like what I should do next.
Feedback.
And, like, insight. So it's like, okay, like that's helpful. If I use it to like organize thoughts or something, I'm just like, okay, cool, just formatted that real fast for me so I could digest it.
But then are you taking the job away from a personal trainer? Same as me. Like I just did my website. I had AI develop it. You know,
if I couldn't afford a personal trainer to begin with, am I taking the job of the personal trainer? I was never going to use a personal trainer. I can't afford a personal trainer, but this is a way for me to use it.
Hey, dear internet, this is called healthy discourse. Exercise this the next time you want to get into a fight over something silly.
I would. The other thing too is that I would argue that most people using Canva AI, whatever the hell, to make their posters for their club or event or whatever the heck they're doing, they would never pay an artist to make a poster ever. So are they really stealing our job? I don't know.
A local convention here recently got roasted for using AI to generate a picture, like a terrible thing of Wolverine Captain America, and it was pretty funny. The guy that like called them out on it got banned from their events. Poor bugger. Anyways,
and I mean, I think I think AI art is. I think that does have a topic in its own. I think it is a separate entity, like you guys are saying. Especially the art aspect of terms of stealing and manipulating and kind of like without permission. Or I think if you had, if there was you're trying to find an ethical way of AI art, you would have an artist draw dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of images and continually feeding images, and then you could make prompts, and then you could purchase like a package where you could use something like that, and that's up to the artist's discretion at that point. You know what I mean? They've signed up, they know their art could be manipulated, they know it's part of a package, they know you can do stuff like this. I
So
think that is a way to ethically take a step towards AI art.
I
Like how
think that
Stan
makes,
Lee.
I think that makes sense.
Mhm.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's funny that you're like. It's interesting that you say, "Oh, you should start with like the artist," but like I don't know how much you know about like concept art or photo bashing, but there are people's jobs out there, and they're like high ranking, like um, exclusive jobs. That's literally just like, hey, take a bunch of like whatever the director pulled for influence or whatever, and just make like 1,000 copies of it a day. And that's their job. And so they just like take the photos and put them together and paint over them and make them look pretty, and they churn out hundreds of thousands of designs a day for the artist or for the director to come in and pick one and say, I like that one, right? And like, isn't that kind of what AI is doing? And like, I bet you
I like
there's a ton of concept artists out there that probably are using AI to do all of this and make their job easier so they can meet these deadlines and make their 100 copies, because it's freaking hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's and it's not like they're like, I don't know.
Well, and that's kind of what I mean by concept art too. Like if you typed in like, say you have like you're a writer and you're just like, I just want to envision this in this style so I could write it and get a thing as I get things going. Is that bad? Or
I think
is it just like
if it's an idea board, like I think it's
it's just conceptual to like get the ball rolling, and then you're gonna work with artists to do it. Or like say a business is trying to get like a concept, like an idea across to another person for like say a partnership for like whatever you're trying to do as your business, you know what I mean? And you're just like, oh well, we can do this, and you're trying to like bring something visionary to that person, and then if they get that concept, then you go to an actual artist to like create whatever you're talking about. I think there's a bridge there you could kind of like mend with to like, okay, well this sped up and this actually got a person paid work.
Yeah.
But again, you have to go with ethical standpoints of like, you're only using it for conceptual purposes. You're only going this direction. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let me clear something up from what I said too. Like, concept artists are very good at what they do, and they are amazingly talented and skilled, and it is very difficult to do. I'm not saying AI is replacing that. What I'm saying is like, would you rather pay, like, people aren't willing to pay a concept artist to do that, and AI is giving them the tools to do that, so it's very exciting for them to be able to do it for the first time. However, it's going to get old when they type in like puppy dog with a funny face for the 50th time.
And by writer, I don't even mean like necessarily comic book writer, but like think of like screenplays, like what you're saying with concept art, like any sort of writer that's doing a novel or a screenplay, and they're just like trying to get beats and like giving them the ability to pump out the pacing and the beats of everything through AI. That's kind of beneficial. But I guess it's where how it's pulled from is where you're like, how do I draw that line, or how do I adjust?
I think the thing I'm interested to see is, when does it become a redundancy, and when do you start seeing the real pitfalls of the robot looping? It's like you playing a video game where there's infinite levels, but at some point they all kind of look the same as the last one. So it's like, at what point does the originality of the computer cease to be able to like make the original decision or like the creative decision, you know, where it's just like, because at some point the algorithm is gonna favor what people gravitate towards. And so whatever prompt you do, the first thing they're gonna give you is a manga version of whatever it is that you put in or something, right? So like, so it's just like, I don't know, it's interesting. It's like, is it gonna shoot itself in the foot, so to speak?
So it is already happening. If you people are studying it because it's super interesting. If you like amalgamate all of these AI images coming out, everything is coming out this really weird yellow tone.
Yep.
Overall, and it's like, well, what if I need something that's blue toned or whatever? Like, there's there's specific AI styles, which is why we can recognize that, like, oh, that's AI. It's just the general public doesn't see or care.
That'll probably get worked out in like 2 years, and then it'll be like indistinguishable. Just keeps getting more.
I think the video stuff is crazy to me.
Yeah, the video stuff is insane to me. And let me catch up on the chat a little bit. We've had like definitely some stuff pop up. AI is an interesting topic. Personally, I feel like it's taking away from the necessity for forward thinking and removing creative from a lot of topics and processes. I feel like it ought to be a catalyst to start the creative process, not the product. 100%. It should never be the product. And
no.
Yeah, we're completely. It should never be the product. Like 1000%. I would wager war against the theft of my creative works. Yeah, I guess, even with that, I feel like I deserve a royalty if I'm stolen from. The term consent goes like a long way and across a lot of mediums, like it's not, but then again, like, okay, like how vulnerable are we? Dude, I mean, no lie. I bet you anything, if you could take one of Jay's books, you could take one of Doug's books, one of my books, one of Mac's books, you could purchase it for $5 on our website and then upload. You have that PDF, you get edit it and then put your name all over it and say that you made it. And it's just like, well, in a way, anyone can steal any of our work at any point. If you post your stuff online, someone can do the same thing.
Yep.
People make fake profiles of fake people. It's just like, I get the pool seems a lot bigger, but the chance of it being your work being stolen and used when people are actually like searching specifically for like Pixar or Jim Lee or stuff like that, that's where I'm thinking, well, maybe it's more broad than we think. And I'm not saying they're wrong or anything, but
no, not at all.
That's my thought as I read that.
No, and I'm a big like how you feel is like not my fault. You know what I mean? Which means that like I don't disavow anybody's outrage, and I think that everybody's encouraged to be, to have the stance that they are. The thing that I preach through practice is the element of like hostility will fire you up to create the change, but if you can't create the change, then just make the better product and focus on being like, when I apply to pro tables and stuff like that, and then I see like the pro list get released and I'm like, what I feel like is, excluded from it. I haven't been excluded. I just don't have enough chops to have qualified for it yet. You know what I mean? But it's like, there's still this thing that happens where it's like this fire gets lit under me. I'm like, oh, draw harder, And so it's just like, I'm not saying you got to draw to beat the machine, but I am saying take the energy that you're frustrated with and put it into your next sick book, do more with it. We're creators.
Anthony, you said, yo, hey, Anthony. I'm going to be doing a Cat's Coffee and Comic with Doomstar soon. I'm really hyped for that because I love that book. Narek also says a miss of behavior such as choosing to enlist an AI to create something a person can do is taking away from paid spaces. Yeah. And again, I think we just kind of found like an understanding between some of that. Like, what is an ethical way to do? Fucking, it's not completely ethical, even with my gym practice. But like, is it? Again, I think art is different. I think art is just like a different realm of, oh, I'm using it to do this. Like, if you're using it for daily tasks that, maybe personal trainer's losing out, but I can't afford $140, a week or 2 weeks. However, I could pay a company and use their app for anywhere from $8 to $40. What am I?
But I tried it. It hurt my feelings.
Like Like, and maybe it's just like it's works for me, but doesn't work for everybody either.
Right.
Kev says close sandbox of your personal art to use as a data set. Oh, see, yeah. That way, it's just your work to draw from. Maybe add in 3D models.
Oh, you know what's cool? Here's something else I'm doing. I want to write a grant for learning how to like spending some time to research maquettes and teach myself how to like do some like really high quality 3D model sculpting. Because I think that there's an art form there that is very under appreciated.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. That's brilliant. That's super sick. I would love to learn more about like or have people on board who know. I don't want to learn it, but like I would love to have people on board who know stuff like that. See, that's the thing. Like learning stuff like that, it's so rad.
Or it's not
because
3D printing.
Yeah, that's sick.
And also like Alex Ross, like that dude. Look at how many times he's sculpted the stuff that he wants for reference and stuff. And I know a bunch of tattooers that used to do that. They'd grab like deer skulls and like light them from crazy angles and splash paint them. Like I just think that there's an element to physical learning that like, you know, there's an accessibility to it, you know, like, you know, interesting too. I want to see who in the comic book space is like jumped into writing like actual like books and stuff. I'm working on something, but I'd be interested to see
I'm talking to Alex Segura December 1st. He was supposed to come on this week. We had to reschedule, but he's a comic book writer who's also a novelist, which is really rad.
Yeah, and actually, I've been working on like some traditional sculpting too.
Nice.
Like, doing a figure, but yeah, it's fun. I got like a big giant tub of monster clay, so I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a full figure, and then I wanted to do like a really detailed face.
Dude, we gotta get you connected with our dude Hobbs. I was on the show the last couple of weeks. He his wife does like straight up sculpting like that, and he does some of that too. They give you a lot of insight on those things and what materials to use and everything. They do brilliant stuff, dude. Yeah. Just hit up Hobbs. Hobbs is great.
It's either that or I'm just gonna turn into one of those people that does the pottery spinning and makes it just like super uncomfortable for everybody watching. I can tell whose algorithm is screwed up based off of the giggles.
And we have AI can do permutations faster and more effectively than people, but that doesn't throw more wrenches into the economic model. Also, how does modeling learn or adapt? Is it unique based, volume based, bias based? That's true too. That's a good question. How does modeling learn or adapt? Yeah.
Well, I think it's point. Yeah, I think that's kind of going to the thing of what we're talking about like where does the redundancy kick in, and where does it just start to loop itself, right? Where it's like, you know, I don't know. It's there's a lot of like cultural correcting that it does too, where it just like you know, it like I've seen it make like Namor look like very white because it almost looks like the robot's afraid to make him look like ethnic. You know what I mean? Like it's very interesting.
See that?
Yeah. Okay, well, so here's another thing to consider, right? On use of your material, right? Personally, so pretty much I've decided from here on out, any kind of ash can or zine I make is no copyright and reprint freely. And the idea behind it is that I would rather have my work be shared and duplicated and out there, even if somebody tampers with it, whatever, like it ultimately sources back to me. And so I would rather, like, if Joe Schmo punk kid, 16 years old in his bedroom is like, dude, look at this cool zine that I got, and takes the time to learn how to reprint my zine and make it to give it to his buddy, Like, I think that that's the freaking coolest thing out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if he does that. You know, it shorts me the cost of making an ash can, which is almost nothing. Like, I would rather my work be shared than it be gate kept. You know.
It kind of ties into when you do a free sketch for a 7-year-old and the parent looks at you and says, I'm going to sell it for $1 million. Like,
Good luck. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I feel like artists, like that's a big frustration with, you know, creators and CGC and whatnot, is that like, oh, like you know, you pay $5 for my autograph, or, you know, $40, you know, $400 for the sketch, but then you're gonna sell it for 30 times that amount. You know, it's a
Mhm.
$5 autograph plus a, you know, a $30 CGC slab, you know, plus shipping. You're gonna sell it for $85 and not 120, 150. You know, like you, whatever you pass on, like the value
Once it's out
just
of your
gets
hands.
yeah, like it's the opposite of a card. You know, like it's crazy how art can be. Um,
And
yeah,
yet, I would argue that all that stuff does with resellers and whatever, like, yeah, it's annoying and you wish you were making that money, but all it does is increase your branding and your name and make your stuff worth more.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah, and you kind of like, well, if it's part, it comes with the game, comes with the territory, which is
Yep.
unfortunate sometimes. Which is why I kind of stopped collecting too. You know what I mean? I saw what it was doing in a sense, and when you start making your own stuff, you're like, wow, I see the difference there. Plus, like, dude, I would sell stuff on eBay. I sold this Kevin Eastman Batman sketch for like, dude, I needed money, so it was like $140, and then I found it back on eBay for like $700, $800, and I'm like,
Mhm.
what the fuck? Like, you dig?
I think it's also cool having a bookshelf full of indie projects. Like having my bookshelf, like it's all homies work. Like I love that. You know, it's that in my
Yeah.
inventory. Like that's my bookshelf, you know? And so it's like it's cool seeing my LCS post what's out, but I also like getting emails from him saying, "Hey, I've got Street Sharks as a sketch cover you want." You know, like I'd way rather those instead of, you know, like trying to keep up with the pull list. And also I can't read the font, so you know. Small point of contention.
Also, Richard Corbin used his own sculptures for lighting reference, as Kev. Also, probably why his characters looked similar. That's hey, whoa, that's cool. That's very true.
Mhm.
Our boy William Ibanez, AI art is regulated garbage. It won't be a threat if you put the pen to paper and stick to your original concepts.
Let's
Make it
go,
work.
buddy.
Can it make a Wolverine versus Teletubby fanfic? Sure, but we can make more indie art. Honestly, yeah, like 100%. I would hate. I think I'm not gonna lie. We get a lot of AI art through CWS, and there's a lot of people who make a lot of money, and even people who like teach other people how to make AI art to like make comics to like make money, and it's crazy how. But it's just gonna be another sector. Like, not gonna lie, I'm pretty safe to say that, you know, like nobody in this like CWS building community is like a Comicsgate person.
Mhm.
And you know, but
Yeah,
like
like who
again,
buys those AI comics? Like who's buying those?
exactly, you know, like that's a community that we don't even know about. Like I don't know anyone in the Comicsgate community like very personally, or like I don't know a bunch of them. I know handfuls, you know, like 4 people maybe max, if that. But like apparently there's like hundreds of thousands. You know what I mean? There's so many people that are
But
on
they're
that.
into AI art comics.
They
Well,
just don't
I
care
mean,
what it is.
but like,
Is
but
it
then
like
it's like
not safe for work stuff, or like what is it?
I mean that I'm just talking about like community wise. Like there's like I don't even know how to find this AI loving community because I don't know about them. Just like I don't really know about the Comicsgate community because it's a different sector.
Yeah.
It's weird. I guess it's I don't know. I don't know. You attract what you put out there, I
You
guess, for the
are
most
what you
part.
eat. Wait, wrong
Yeah,
conversation.
in a sense. You know, Retro Roman Doomsday and Simulation Channel says there's a community for everything. Developing a style within a community is more important than labeling as regurgitating, in my opinion. Understanding the hate is real, also misuse energy. Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
like there's going to be a community for everything, but like
totally.
understanding it versus just feeling the anger, you're just gonna be
Yeah.
wasting time and your efforts.
And yeah, to be fair too, like, I kind of take this approach with like everything current right now, and that's that like, the our brains aren't programmed to level up how fast society is moving, and so like there's a learning curve with everything, and that means that there has to be a understanding from everybody on both ends of it. Like if I don't know, like let's take pronouns. Like there's a lot of game changing from like when I was 6 years old, when it was either Miss or Mister, and it's not that
Beaster.
I
Yeah,
it's not that like I'm I'm against calling anybody rainbow sparkle unicorn. I don't care. I'll call you anything you want. The thing that you come into is that like there has to be a buffer time where like I'm given the grace to process and understand, go with the flow, and then make the change so that everybody can have a comfortable experience. So it's like I think that outrage and frustration when somebody doesn't get with the program instantly is also dangerous because it fosters just like a op that like you don't need, so like the same with like being disabled. Like if how does somebody know you need help if you're me and you roll into the coffee shop on a skateboard and then you say, oh, I can't see? Well, they didn't know that because I just rolled in on a skateboard. So like I need to express that so that I can get the help that I need. So it's just like anything that's evolving and moving, it's just like give yourself the patience and the time and the love on both sides so that the community can grow and evolve together, you know and maybe there's a place for it. Maybe old blind Doug is just like, generate me an image of just how I used to do it, and then like the AI puts out my next like didn't what country singer just did that? He used like all of his recordings to make like a new album.
Oh wow.
But like I'm just like, I don't know, to write everything off. It's kind of like it all comes back to what we're saying in the first place. It's just like the anger and the fear. It's just going to turn everybody into a Sith. Be like a Jedi. Don't be like a Sith.
So true.
Nah, fuck that. No, I'm kidding. Be a Sith. I get that.
You don't have to. That's the beauty is. Like, you don't have to get it.
I forgot what I was going to say right after that. I had like a whole thing lined up, and then I waited too long to cut you off, and I just
vetoed it.
Lost it. Yeah, I think there's a lot to be learned. It's also everyone's so fast to react to everything, and and there's good and bad behind it all, which is annoying. But that's just the game.
Yeah. Hold the door open for somebody. If you see somebody's hands are full, hold the door open for them. That's how you do good in this world. Like be a little bit polite sometimes. Say thanks. Like flex that muscle. Like you want humanity to supersede the machine, then be a human. And make friends. Talk to people.
I don't even know how we got from AI to that, but we're there, and yeah, just be good. Oh, never mind. So, but
no, it's just like
I
it's
was like, that's a good sign off. Actually, that was pretty solid. Like,
be humans.
Yeah, be humans. That's it.
Yeah.
No, I think AI has a lot to be. We got to fumble with it before we perfect it. You know what I mean? And
For
we're
sure.
going to come out of the gate perfect. And so got to run some updates. Whoa, I didn't even see this blow up here. Let's see. Connor Byrne, there's people who are fascinated with the tool and seeking the ways to use it to make art. Just more people to chase out garbage. Yeah, no, yeah, different from using it from a tool. It's interesting because I know AI is even like it'll instruct you how to do something too. Like I think if you use it as a learning tool, kind of like how we use Google, like you're like, how do I do this? Like if you went to AI and it gave you a step-by-step like detailed video or like explanation for how to do something complicated easily, like is that bad use of AI? an
Mhm.
education
Well, then,
aspect.
well, I would argue that the only bad use, or like the negative impact, is only on yourself for like making your brain weaker and just like listening to whatever
Yes,
is told
that
to
is a
you.
big thing. Yeah, that is a big thing.
But I understand what you're saying. Like it is no different than how we use Google, except for the fact that we have to
It
investigate.
holds your hand.
Yeah. Too much hand holding.
There's never too much hand holding.
I mean,
you cross the road. I need someone to hold my hand.
if you asked it like, how do I use Photoshop to, remove blue line, for example, just something simple.
Whoa!
And
Let's go something more simple. How do you perform brain surgery? Okay.
Yeah.
But if it gave you like a step by step, like this is how you do it, and then it gave you like a visual, is that a bad use of it? If that's what you would have just typed in Google?
Well, the thing is that you're not. You're just following along with what the AI says rather than using your brain to search for sources and like figure out where this information is coming from.
I mean, how many people do that versus choosing the first link that pops up?
I do it, but that's because I'm weird.
I mean,
and I'm asking
like the
questions.
mass of people is like it's going to choose the first 2 or 3 results that pop up. If not, like they'll reword it just like you would with ChatGPT to like figure out a better solution. Like, oh, I really meant this, and then they're asking more questions to get accurate.
I agree with you that it'll happen, and that it's like I would make society more productive. Sure. Do I think that it's beneficial for us as a species as a whole? Probably not. But I also think the internet's probably not that great for us as a species. So I don't know.
I still remember stickdeath.com. All right, like internet has
Stick Theater, Death Theater. I remember that. Stick Figure Death Theater.
Was it Bowman? Or just stick figures shooting arrows at each other?
Dude.
Like if
Or
you
the
think
Star Wars
about like
parodies.
just,
Did you ever
yeah,
watch the Star
man.
Wars parodies? Yes. Dude.
Strong bad. Like everything is like come so far. It's like this painting. Started out as dog poop. It's kind of passable now, But like evolution. Evolution is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just like everything, it has its place and it's gonna find a place in some set. It's sci-fi, in front of us.
Cyberpunk, baby.
And
Cyberpunk.
so it's just figuring out how to use it right.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna check out the Meta AI glasses at some point because I want to walk down the street and have it tell me when it's either safe to cross or when my artwork skyrockets because it makes me cross and get hit, and then everybody else gains from that. But just the accessibility factor. I want to look at a marker, say what color is this, and then not have to look for the little tiny writing to say, light yellow. Like, let the robot tell me. Like there's practical applications, and I'm excited to be in this frontier of exploration where it's like, and it's kind of like. It's like being violent to one of your siblings. You went too far when like that thought crosses your mind and you do that thing, and then you get in deep trouble because they're crying. It's like we all know when too far is too far. And like if you use AI to like the other day, Mark sent me a picture of him at his Muay Thai tournament. Mark Bernal, lesser known Comix. He's in the Muay Thai now, guys. So especially don't bug him because he's violent.
I'm trying to fight him at Baltimore this year.
I used AI to edit out the like it's edit with AI on Instagram or whatever, and so I swapped the ref out with a weeping nun. Like, I was like, this is fun, but I also feel like just a little bit, like I probably could have photoshopped that and taken a couple minutes just to do it like myself, but like again, like. Evolve and try things out, like have fun. Why not have fun with it? Like if I had to edit my book and do all my color touching and stuff and whatever, then I probably would have been like, oh, I went too far with that.
I mean, even just using it to like, oh, can you edit the script? Like give me feedback, or like if you're and that could work for some people like who don't have a community or don't have stuff to reach out to.
Not us, we all friends.
Mm-hmm. losers. No, I'm kidding. That's mean. That's cruel. But anyone ever wants feedback, you could always reach out to another creator. You should. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of. It's interesting. It's interesting to see how people carry on topics about AI because I
Yeah.
see all over the place. Adam Freeman made a post on LinkedIn, and he was just saying, why can't anyone in the indie comic community have a decent conversation about AI? And that's been really
Yeah.
getting me thinking on like, okay, well, what is the bridge there? And how do we do that? And it's kind of good and constructive to kind of explore some of those things that just feel tainted. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be evil because we said it was evil, and
There's
that's not
evil
what
in
past
this
it.
world, and that's the stuff that like you talk about like when you're not online. Like that's when you flex and you really explore things with like friends that you trust about like asking the questions that are tough and stuff like that. But like if the world's experiencing something, then talk about it as a community. Like this is a big thing where it's like that we're all homies, like, and like the if you're creating something, you're part of this community. So it's like if you're angry about something, like talk to somebody about it so that it doesn't turn into a radicalized thing that like
Yeah.
alienates you, like be rad, don't be radical.
No, I love that. It's very true.
Because I'll tell you right now, AI ain't going anywhere.
No.
No, yeah, yeah.
And
It's
and you can be mad that it exists, but I would argue that that's not healthy for you. So like, come talk to
Yeah.
some people who are like, yeah, I feel you, man. Let's try and get through this together.
Commiserate. It's it's funny too, like going to events and stuff, and like whenever like groups of artists that have a good time at the event talk about like, oh man, I wish there was a community of this and stuff, and like and everybody gets really like on board with it, and I'm just like, yeah, that would be cool. And then I'm just like, wait, I have this community. I've like literally built this incredible thing, a connection of friends and stuff. It's like I'm not pining for the things you guys are pining for because I have it already. Like, this meet up and draw and stuff like that. Like it's I went to TCAF just to hang out this year, and like the first first panel was about developing an online and an in-person community. And like one of the first cats that I ran into was Nick Friesen, who like I've known from online for a couple of years now, and then I just knew him based off of his voice and his nose. I was like, Nick, and then I was like, we're sitting in the seminar just laughing because we just established that like you make friends and you build bridges. Like it's a thing. Like, if you don't do it, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was actually just talking to a creator, and like I was just like, think about their involvement specifically with Apollo, and I was like, you got to remember, you don't need to like keep creating branches and trying to find something new. Like, you have a tree, like utilize it. Like you could do so much here with what we've built and the community we have. Like, take advantage of it. Stop trying. You don't got to be alone on all this stuff or promoting or releasing stuff or like utilize the brand, utilize the name. Like, why try to continue to try to like, oh, I'm trying to find the next, because we're always looking for opportunities as artists, and it's really easy to get lost in searching for opportunities versus realizing what's in front of you. And if you don't realize what's in front of you, you're missing out on the biggest opportunity. Like certain people could be making a splash, but like if you're not taking advantage of that, and then you're going to be like wondering, how do I sell more? How do I connect with people more? Well, it's in front of you. Just look and stop trying to like figure out how to grow. And it's the thing, because when you're coming up, you're looking for the best job, you're looking for the best way in, you're looking for the best, how do I do something better than what I'm doing now? And sometimes it's easy to like forget, like, oh, I have it, and now I'm part of the growth part of it. Like, experience that.
Hell yeah.
And I see that a lot with like small publishers, especially. It's the most I come across moments like that.
I would love to know what some of your guys' goals are as indie publishers. Like, are there any shops or markets that you really want to explore over the next year?
Before we jump into that, let me catch up on this chat real fast.
Sure.
But while everyone can ponder on that too. Has anyone here read old clip art comics? Oh, OG ones, yeah. Yeah, those PC ones, yes. That's how it started. I have a Retro Roman Doomsday Simulation channel says, I have over 30 years experience drawing, 20 years painting, 2 years with a devil's brush. Oh, see? Each community can be blind supporting or merit based. We get it. Sparkly unicorns are rage, even though complicated images and tasks are within the same community. Yeah. The line between Photoshop, Blender, and AR is getting thinner and thinner by the hour. Computer art programs from the 90s to True Space 3D Studios, what, in my opinion, is the progress from within. And for AR programs, it's elimination of steps. Yeah, that's true. Like, how we leveled up in graphics through time, it took years, and that's how we got to this level, versus AI trying to leap right into it. I think that's a very big, like, we're going through that growing phase with them too.
It's a
Drawing
smart
one
chat.
frame, then moving it through prompted scenario background as one person, it makes animation possible. That's my feel. Yeah, I can see that. But goals as publishers. I mean, Doug, why don't you fire that off since you brought up that question?
Man,
I'll
I will.
answer it. If Doug
I want no, go Max. I need a break. I've been talking a lot. I haven't even heard
All right.
Jay's sweet voice for like an hour and a half.
Jay is locked in right now, man. This is his studio.
Yeah,
time.
sorry. I have nothing deep to say about AI. Whatever Doug thinks is what I go with.
Yeah, that's a valid point. So I'm okay. Goal as an independent publisher is to just put out more stuff. And that means utilizing all this stuff that like has been sitting here and not shown to the world, right? I have a ton of it. I have so much art around me that I could be making into things and putting less pressure on making some sort of perfect project, right? And just kind of like making whatever I feel like making, and not worrying about the market or what I think would sell well or what would get me ahead. So like that's where I'm at as a publisher. Now as an artist, it's different. I think that I'm shifting less. I'm actually shifting away from like traditional comic books and more into like what comics and sequential art can do as fine art. And that's a lot of that is because of the opportunities that are around me and the people that I'm around in my community. Like,
right.
I have a lot of opportunities to be in gallery shows and to make pieces specifically about my community, and play around with what that looks like. Because when I talk to people in the fine art world, there's so much excitement around like, oh my God, there's somebody doing comic book stuff here.
Yeah, for sure.
And in the comic book world, it's like, oh, I'm just another schleb trying to make it. Right. And in the zine space, it's like everybody's just having a good old party with themselves. Like it's like, everybody's just happy to be making stuff, and everybody's like, that's cool. So I'm kind of living in the middle of those three worlds and trying to explore that and find out where that goes, rather than just like diving into straight book making.
And
trying to
also
quote unquote make it,
Yeah, but also like you made a very interesting geographical choice of like traveling. Like I'm not gonna dox you or whatever terminology you use, but like you made a choice and like you really pushed the limits of like access. So like, are you cozy with your community? Do you want to get out globally? Do you want to like, cross the Bering Strait and go to Russia? Like what's on your plans?
Okay, so I view where I'm at now like more as a this is kind of like a break to like just make stuff and figure things out and like reset, right? And then the long-term game plan is to go back to like regular society, and be able to
go blinking into the sun.
And be able to go to like shows and like share my work on a different level, right? Because here it's very insular and isolated, and I can kind of explore what that's like and make somewhat of a name for myself here, and then I can go out and share my art and do different things and figure out whatever. I don't know if you like. I mean, Jason Sean Alexander kind of did the same thing, right? Where he did some comics when he was young, and then he was like, "Screw this," and went off to Tennessee or wherever, and did fine art painting and gallery shows for a really long time before being like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to comics. I'm kind of like in that fine art era of just like, I'm just gonna go disappear into the woods for a while and see what happens in a few years.
I'm gonna say what everybody's thinking. You're a cool cat, Max.
Thanks, Doug.
No problem. Take it with a grain of salt, though. I have no taste.
Oh man. All right, now somebody else has to answer.
Jay's in a new market at a different place too. So like, how's that been for exploration?
It's been okay. It's been challenging. My goal is really just to get better at drawing, and then everything else is to just get that stuff out there. So I'm probably not as focused on that like long-term vision as I should be. I just try to limit myself with my goals to something like attainable for right now.
What about shops and stuff? Have you reached out with any of the new shops in your area?
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, a couple of put my stuff on consignment. I need to follow up with them. I'm pretty bad about following up with shops. I'm bad at a lot of stuff, but yeah.
No, it's a lot. I mean, that's the thing. Like, so much to fill in.
Yeah, the more books you put out there, the more you realize that you have to, like, you're the only one making sure that your kid's not walking into the river without water wings, you know?
Right.
So it's like, you throw the books out there and it's like, cool, they took it. And then you get an email 6 months later saying, come pick your books up.
Yeah, it's insane. And it's awkward. I don't know. I hate that part of it. It's super awkward for me. I don't know why.
I view it as a lost cause, honestly. Unless I'm running like an operation, if I'm like, man, I got 100 stores, and every month I contact each one of them and ask for my money, right? If it's just like stores here and there and local community, like what? They're gonna write me a check for $5 because they said my book. Like, that's just a sunk cost to get my book out there.
Yeah, for sure. I had a shop in Edmonton that took some of my books on for consignment, and sadly they didn't survive the being a public retailer. And they're like, we've sold a couple of your books. What do you want us to do with the profit off of it? I was like, just donate it to your charity. Like they have connections with a great charity, and it's like, I don't want to go through the e-transfer of a couple bucks or whatever. Like just send that to a good cause. Like put it out into the universe, because the universe is going to send it back.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I have my own thoughts about distribution. We should get into that next episode. I would love to talk about distribution with you guys more. That's I have my feelings on that for sure. Especially as an indie publisher and whatnot. Like, definitely have some thoughts, but a long discussion, and we're at the end of our show.
I know this episode flew by because Doug was here.
My bad.
Yeah, that was great, dude. Super love it. Super love having you on. This has been, I love having you and Jay on. You guys are, we've all known each other for a while and gone through LKC and whatnot, and
some would say too
projects together. And it's always a blast having you guys on to talk about stuff. But
it's been cool to grow with everybody.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. We've all been together while we've kind of seen each other do stuff, which is great, and that's what I adore a whole lot. Um, but let's do a roundtable of what we're up to. Let's start with Jay, since you were talking about it too.
Let's see.
Incisions, shout outs, where to find you. Where actually the link to Jay's Kickstarter is in the episode description, so you
Oh,
guys can
thank
check
you.
it out there.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we got like 3 hours left. 49 backers, $2,000. So I'm pretty happy.
Hell yeah!
Incision
Congrats.
1 through 3. That's me.
1, 2, 3, incision. That's you and me. That's dope. So, Doug, what you're up to? Where to find you?
Well, you can find me at Cross-Eye Comics across all social media platforms. I'm building my website, crosseye-comics.com. Back up, you'll be able to buy all my stuff there. Or if you're Canadian, you can go to dougknight.ca because I'm being a responsible brand manager. And just kind of wrapping it up with a couple local shows around the Toronto area. I'm at the Toronto Halloween show this weekend. Should be kind of fun to do something different. I've gotten the first batch of books back from CWS for the Kickstarter, so I'm slowly rolling on, coordinating fulfillment and everything. And just enjoying this, man. I got a cool Spawn event coming up, so I'm just cracking out a bunch of cool Spawn-based covers, which is why I'm doing this.
What's your Spawn event?
So there's a collector that's Newmarket based, and he's celebrating the completion of his entire Spawn collection. Like he's got everything up to Spawn 369 or whatever, plus all the Hell Spawns and the score, like everything. So he's throwing a party at Wayside Comics, which is like my LCS. And yeah, I got invited to be a vendor there, so I'm just gonna load up on Wicked Spawn content, and I think I'm finally gonna do my I got this where is it? This issue 1 blank that I'm gonna recreate the newspaper article of McFarlane and me when I was 12 on it, and then that'll be like my big coup de grace thing. So anyways, I'm just cruising. I'm having fun making art and pushing different directions and figuring out how to survive this thing called life.
Feel that. Love that, dude. Love that so much. But thanks for coming on, Doug. It's always great having you on. Should come on more. Honestly,
Sure.
it's really great.
It's good to have a public
I love you
presence.
guys on.
Enjoy it.
And Max, what do you got going on, dude? You killed it. That bear is beautiful.
This little grumpy cub.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I don't know why he's so grumpy. He just came out that way. My stuff, go to artofmf.com or artofmf or hold on, artofmf.bigcartel.com. Either one. Go check out my stuff. I got a little blog on there, sort of. If you want to go look at that, that's going to be updated every once in a while whenever I feel like it. But yeah. And go check out my chainmail stuff on my Instagram at artofmf. I'm learning how to do chainmail, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good day, and I had a good time getting 3 1/4 panels done today.
Love that so much. Hell yeah, dude. And what a show. Anthony Pugh said, Brandon, you got that jazz radio voice, dude. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
It's on account of your giant nose.
It is. It's really because I got punched in the nose when I was a senior, and it's broken, and so I can't breathe most of the time. I'm a mouth breather because I literally can't breathe through my nose like 90% of the time.
Is now the part where I tell everybody that if you can successfully punch Brandon's nose in the opposite direction and fix it, you get free printing for life.
Maybe not for life, but maybe we'll work out a deal. Like if anyone wants to fix my nose for me, I would love to breathe again. I was able to breathe when I moved to Virginia, and then that allergies just made it worse again. Yeah, all you guys killed it under projects too. Like everyone's work is amazing. I'm trying to do this little messing with this little. I hate it. I hate what I did tonight. I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna erase it all and throw it away.
Don't do it, man.
So,
save it. Every
Well, I'm gonna
wacky
save it
thing
in
as a learning
terms of
lesson.
like digital thing, but like I hate what I did. I'm probably gonna change it all up. But yeah, check out everything we're doing CWS this Sunday. We have Inspired Inc. 6:30 p.m. It's gonna be in our newsletter, but Sunday night 6:30. We're gonna be doing the next 2 Sundays with Inspired Inc., which is really exciting. So I'll be having some conversations with some indie creators. I'm really hyped about it. We have some cool people lined up, and I will bring back coffee, comics, or comics coffee in a cat. I don't remember what the show's called. I'm so tired
A
now.
cat, just one of them.
Cats,
Yeah.
coffee, and comics, right?
Cats, coffee, cats, comics, and coffee. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Cats, comics, and coffee. And then honestly, we'll probably be taking some breaks unless Max runs the show because next week I will be here, but then the following week is New York Comic Con. I'll be at New York, so come say, if you're going to New York, let me know. Like let's say hi. Like let's meet. Let's like, get some food, something. So if you're going to New York, or let me know where your booth is so I could get some footage and say hi to you. And then the next weekend is Baltimore Comic Con. So again, I'm putting together a scavenger hunt. So if you're going to New York Comic Con, I will put you at the top of the list for the scavenger hunt. So please let me know if you're tabling. I have a list, but I will highlight your name, you know? So let me know if you're going to Baltimore, or if you're just going, just let me know so you can say hi. But
Wait,
hyped
and
for
on
that.
another note, hey, if anybody's not going to New York Comic Con, hit me up so that you can hang out on Spilled Ink with me and make my job easier of tracking down people to have on the show.
There you go.
Maybe it's me again.
It
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'll hang.
See, we already got people booked, so let's do it. Just let us know in the chat so RD can make the promo, and we will be set. RD Murphy makes our promos right now, so I appreciate it, RD. Nobody knew that really. It's my secret. But thank you guys for hanging. This has been a great night, and yeah, stay inspired and CWS stuff.